So if I go around telling everyone Michael Jordan's my uncle and I get a deal with Gatorade for millions of dollars and then get a deal with Nike for trillions of dollars, whose fault is that? If I tell everyone Drake's my cousin, you gonna let me fly on OVO Airways? What's the thing called? How is it my fault that you didn't check? Hello? Alright, welcome to Tate's Take. If you're new here, I give spoiler-free movie and TV reviews. Give you a little background, just let you know if I think it's worth checking out or not. If that's something you're into, hit that subscribe button for your boy. For my regular Taste Takers, let's see if Inventing Anna checks out. Get it? I said checks out, like how she writes checks, and then like it could also be like checks out of hotels, because she used to live in hotels and like not pay for them. Never mind. Yikes. Where did I even start? Alright. Inventing Anna is a new Netflix series based on a true story that was highlighted in a 2018 New York Magazine article called How Anna Delvey Tricked New York's Party People. The article was written by a woman named Jessica Pressler, and what's interesting about her is that she's the same woman that wrote the 2015 article The Hustlers at Scores. Yeah, it's the same article that the movie Hustlers is based off. This woman loves her scammers, but I can't front. She knows how to find a juicy story. Anyway, this 2018 article was about this German woman named Anna Sorokin who moved to New York and told everyone that her name was Anna Delvey and that she was the heiress to a German millionaire, her dad. She then rips off all these huge banks in a mission to get funding to create the Anna Delvey Foundation, or ADF. It's basically like a Soho House, but for the fancy schmancy art world. The article chronicles all of this and her impending trial because obviously she got arrested. The Netflix show Inventing Anna is the latest from Shonda Rhimes and Shondaland. Bridgerton Season 2 on the way. So yes, Shonda Rhimes was an executive producer and writer on the show, along with Betsy Beers, who worked on some other Shondaland projects like Grey's, Scandal, and How to Get Away with Murder, and David Frankel, who directed The Devil Wears Prada, or D Wears P, for those of us who are initiated. Anna Delvey is played by Julia Garner from Ozark. My bad. Emmy Award-winning Julia Garner. I don't mean to disrespect. Originally, it was supposed to be played by Madeline Brewer from Handmaid's Tale, but she couldn't do it because of scheduling conflicts. Missed out on a good one, buddy. The author of the actual New York article, Jessica Pressler, isn't in the show per se, but they do have a journalist that's covering the whole story named Vivian Kent. And in the TV show, the magazine is called Manhattan Magazine instead of New York Magazine. I guess you gotta protect the brand. Anywho, she's played by Anna Klemsky from Veep, but my real ones know her as Veda from My Girl. Brief moment of silence for those that we lost. It's reported that Netflix paid Anna Delvey over $300,000 for the rights to this story, so let's see what it's all about. Alright, plot time. Well, I kind of already explained the plot of the article, so you get the gist. But anyway, let's dig a little deeper. In the show, it's based around the journalist Vivian Kent, who's trying to reinvent her career after one article she wrote went terribly bad. No, not that bad. She still got a job. Anyway, she finds out that this girl, Anna Delvey, is locked up on Rikers Island, and no one knows if she's really a German heiress or just a major fraud.
I might have a story. Her name is Anna Delvey, or Anna Sorokin, no one's sure. She's either a rich German heiress or she's flat broke. The charges are insane.
Vivian begs her boss to let her cover this story, but you know how these magazine and newspaper shows go, where the boss is like, no way, Vivian, I want you covering this Me Too stuff. Way more clicks. And don't you dare go talking to Anna Delvey. So of course, you know how these magazine and newspaper shows goes. She does it anyway, pulls up on Rikers Island to ask Anna if she'll let her write the story. And that's why I gotta respect journalists, because I'm not going to Rikers Island if my Siamese twin was in there. You're gonna have to cut that thing off, let him fend for himself. Even though I know I must have been an accomplice in that situation. It's a stupid hypothetical, now that I think of it. What crime could my Siamese twin have done that I'm not a part of? I digressed. Anyway, so she goes, and Anna agrees to let her write the story, and Vivian's boss eventually agrees to let her write the story. Now Vivian's on a journey to get the story from Anna's perspective, reach out to the people that knew and worked with her, fact check everything, all while being a few weeks away from delivering her first child. We got 9 episodes, each one centering around a different person in the Anna Delvey story, just trying to figure out, did a young German girl just scam everyone in New York City, Or is she really part of this elusive family with hidden millions? And now we got a series. So what's my take? I'm about to use a word that I've never used before because I thought it was only for people on TV. That word is gripping. This show is gripping. I don't even know who I am anymore. But it really is gripping. From the second it starts, you just have to see where it goes and how it's going to end. There's going to be 3 different camps of people watching this show. The first camp are the people who knew this story when it was happening, followed it every single day. They know every charge, every verdict, every outfit she ever wore. Those are like the Delvey divas. Then there's probably a camp of people who are like, oh yeah, I remember hearing about this Anna thing. I don't really know the story though. I guess you can call those the Sorkin somewhats. Then there's my camp, the people who never heard of this story, never heard of Anna Delvey, and just came into the show blind. The absent Annas, if you will. The point is, I really think that no matter what camp you're in, you're going to enjoy the show. Starting with the acting. Being an absent Anna, I'm watching Julia play this role, and I'm like, why does she sound like that? Then you watch some interviews with the real Anna, and you're like, oh.
People talked about you tipping wildly.
Well, people are
Tipping Uber
ridiculous,
drivers,
yeah.
tipping concierges $100 at a time. I mean, was that part of the allure that people saw a little bit of money and they thought you had a lot more?
Well, if someone is impressed by a $100 bill, I don't know what to tell them.
I mean, first of all, that's what we're dealing with here. Anyway, Julia, who's American, said that she first had to learn the German accent, then sprinkle in some of that Russian, that's where Anna was born, and then of course the American accent that Anna would have been trying to use when she got to New York to try to fit in.
I have a question. What's you wearing? You look poor.
The whole way she played Anna was just elite. She actually went down to Rikers to meet Anna and show her this accent while they were making the show. Honestly, just give her the Emmy right now for even going to Rikers. Like I said, like, we're not doing this. Like, just fire up the Zoom. You can hear it there. Like, and if the Wi-Fi is trash in Rikers, like, I'm sorry, you have to just see it on Netflix. And if there's no Netflix in jail, just trust the process. Like, Shonda Rhimes is really good at this stuff, so. Julia just plays Anna in a way that you know she's probably a narcissist, but you can't even hate on it. And there's a part of you that just wants to root for her. The whole main cast honestly just does well. Garner playing Delvey, Klumsky playing Vivian Kent, the journalist, even Anna Delvey's attorney Todd, he's played by Arian Moayed from Succession and also the new Spider-Man. Everyone just, yes. But I think there's going to be some unanimous favorite characters on the supporting side that may even outshine the main characters, if that's even possible. Starting with my main man, Anders Holm. He plays Vivian Kent's husband. And I love this guy and everything that he does. And here, he's still like kind of funny, but not like super goofy like you see in Workaholics and stuff like that. Here, he's just a super supportive husband that wants to make sure his wife delivers a healthy baby while she's over there freaking out over this Anna story. Then there's one of Anna Delvey's friends named Neff. She worked at one of the hotels that Anna stayed at for some time. She's played by Alexis Floyd, and I think people are going to love her, not only because she's real, but she's like the definition of a ride or die. Like, everybody needs a friend like Neff. Then finally, my homies from Scriberia. These are 3 older journalists that work with Vivian, and even though the magazine may not respect them anymore, like, they help her out a lot in putting this whole story together. They're played by Anna Deavere Smith, Jeff Perry, and Terry Kinney. Just like everyone needs a friend like Neff, everybody needs coworkers like these 3. They're just so freaking adorable. It's just a very interesting story to see unfold, and even crazier that it's a true story. And it makes you think, is there really a villain in this story? Anna never killed anyone. She never robbed anyone, technically. Are these huge billion-dollar banks really hurting because they gave Anna Delvey a couple $100,000? Whose fault is it that you believed her? Is the onus not on the bank to check this shit? I bet if Anna was a young black woman asking for $40 million, claiming her dad was the Prince of Zamunda, this would be one 30-minute episode. Black girl walks into bank, says she's rich. Bank laughs in her face. Girl goes to jail. And then the credits. And then Netflix says, now would you like to watch Ozark? Yeah, okay, fine. Anna Delvey was booking hotel rooms with no credit card. Like, I'm not talking about the Red Roof Inn. I'm talking about fancy hotels in New York City that cost thousands of dollars per night. And she's like, I'll get it to you. They won't even let me use the bathroom in some of these New York City hotels without putting a credit card down. But Chris, what about her not paying her friend Rachel back for that hotel in Morocco? Okay, yes, that was a little crazy. But even Rachel got a book deal and a TV deal out of this. Like, Does anybody lose here? This week, that same friend Rachel wrote an article talking about how this Netflix show is just con women PR. Rachel, can you just chill? Anna's the one who went to jail. You lost $62,000 and then are set to make upwards of $650,000 because of your deals. Just chill. Just chill. Anyway, there's nothing black or white about almost anything in this story. I just think Netflix does an awesome job of humanizing Anna Delvey. I'm going to give Inventing Anna 5 stars. It's just too good. Is Shonda Rhimes undefeated? Netflix really spent a lot of time to make sure that this show matched up as close as possible to the real story. They had to make sure the friend accounts matched up, the accents matched up, even the fashion matched up. Like, it's all very well done. And the fashion, of course, is a huge part of the story. Like, this girl Anna refused to come out to trial without wearing new clothes. Like, the judge is waiting. Let that be a black... All right. Anyway, there's an actual Instagram account that just highlighted the outfits that she wore each day in trial. Like, people have followed it. It's crazy. Some people are going to watch the show and be like, I can't believe she ripped off all those banks and lied about having money. Ignoring the bigger issue of just how wild white privilege is. And I don't want to make it seem like this show is about race. Could I walk into these banks and tell them, my sister just won $20 million on the scratch off, give me money? No, I couldn't. But the point is just how crazy we act when we think people have money. It's like kids when they see a shiny new toy, they just follow it around. You think the Tinder swindler gets a second date if he's not the son of a billionaire? Also, since we're here, do y'all realize that billionaires don't use Tinder? Y'all don't realize? Oh, okay. That's a tangent. Sorry. Anyway, Anna's point was that men commit worse crimes every day and nothing ever happens to them.
She's got a point. She's an icon. She's a legend. And she is the moment.
Somewhere out there are a handful of bankers that gave Anna thousands of dollars for no reason. And they're still at work handing out money. Like, Anna went to jail. Like, we're not playing the same game. I won't go as far as to say that I feel sorry for her. I don't. She brought a lot of this on herself, and she probably needs some form of professional help. I'm just saying I understand her for taking advantage of the flaws in the system. Anna served her criminal sentence for her crimes and got released back in February of 2021. Then, like a month later, got arrested by ICE for an expired visa. And this time, not the credit card. Ayo! Anyway, in all seriousness, yeah, she's been in there for almost a year. And there's actual violent criminals that ICE arrests, and they just release them with an ankle bracelet. Like, are you gonna deport her? What is she doing in there? And you may have seen the headlines in the news that says that she has no plans to watch the Netflix show. And it's kind of clickbait because she helped them create it, like I told you in the beginning. It's more so she's pissed that she's still locked up. Plus, she thinks it's a boring prison, not like Rikers. Like, this girl's wild.
The scene is pretty dull. It's just like not the same as Rikers. Rikers is just happening.
Also, side note, why is she friends with Julia Fox? Also, why is Kanye West dating Julia Fox? Is Kanye West really dating Julia Fox? Sorry. Tangent. Anyway, there never seems to be a dull moment in the Anna Delvey story. She did her crime, did her time, paid the money back, and yet still, this icon is back behind bars. I hate to see it happen. Free Anna! But enough about Anna from me. Inventing Anna is available exclusively on Netflix starting this Friday. And you better buckle up. As always, thanks for checking out Tate Steak. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like and that subscribe button. In the comments, let me know. Are you a freaking Delvey diva, Sorokin somewhat, freaking, what was the other one? The Absent Anna? Did you know about this story? This story is crazy. Do we stan Anna Delvey or do we hate Anna Delvey? I'm leaning on the side of possibly, potentially standing her. Thanks for the time, y'all. Peace.